The show started with Paul Heyman standing in the ring. He says, "You see what Jimmy did on Monday Night Raw?" Also says Roman will defend his title at Crown Jewel against LA Knight. After Paul says Roman's gonna beat LA Knight's ass, LA Knight comes down to the ring and takes the mic away. LA says he needs Roman to bring his ass down here. As Paul's leaving, LA says, "Paul, if you step 1 foot out this ring, I'll hit you so hard, I'll knock your hair back gray." Then basically goes on to tell Paul he's going to take the championship from Roman at Crown Jewel. Then we get Escobar versus Montez Ford. Later on in the match, when Escobar was on the outside, Dawkins shoves him into the ring post. Then all hell breaks loose. Once Escobar gets back into the ring, Ford does a roll-up and gets the win. Once the match is over, the Street Profits start attacking Escobar from behind. Carlito makes his way to the ring with chairs and scares off the Street Profits. Backstage with LWO, Vega asks Ray if he needs LWO by his side tonight. He says no and then leaves Vega hanging. We get a pretty deadly promo. They just chillin', talking about how they got a clean win over the Brawling Brutes, and they never got to see them again. Just for them to appear behind them and start beating the shit out of them. Then we get John Cena. He gets on the mic and says Roman has a streak, but he also has a streak of his own. It's been 202 days since he's last won a singles match. Says his last win was in 2018. Then he says he's been talking a lot about retirement. As the crowd chants, "You still got it," Cena gets hyped and believes he can still go. Says, "I feel bad for the next guy to walk through that curtain because they're going to get smoked." Solo starts making his way to the ring. As Cena starts beating up Solo, Jimmy comes down to the ring, attacks Cena from behind. Then out of nowhere, a guy in all black starts attacking Jimmy, reveals himself to be Jay, then goes back to beating his brother's ass. Back in the ring, Solo goes for his finish. Cena reverses and hits his finish. Backstage with Adam, Nick, and Jay. Nick says, "Get Jay out of my building." Adam says, "I'll walk him out." Then Nick says, "You're right. Get them both out of my building." Adam turns around and says, "You're kicking me out of your building?" Then says, "Let the games begin," and walks off. Logan Paul comes down to the ring. He gets on the mic and says he should have known if he wanted a real competition, he should have had another WWE match. Goes on to say he wants the US Championship. Then when Logan is talking more shit, Ray comes down to the ring and says he's not going to hesitate to beat Logan's ass. Then gives Logan the US title shot he wanted at Crown Jewel. Then we got the longest handshake attempt in history. Then we get Grayson Waller and Austin Theory versus Cameron Grimes and Dragon Lee. Later on in the match, Austin Theory rakes the eyes of Cameron Grimes, hits his finish, and gets the win. Interview with Kevin Owens. He says he's hurt him and Sammy didn't get a chance at winning back the tag team championships. And we get Charlotte Flair versus Io Sky for the women's championship. Later on in the match, Charlotte hit her finish, went for the pin, but Bayley put Io Sky's foot on the rope. Charlotte takes out everyone, gets back into the ring. Charlotte tries to spear Io, but Io was holding the championship. Io pins Charlotte to get the win, and then after the match, Damage Control start beating up Charlotte. Then Bianca comes down to the ring and saves Charlotte. Smackdown was okay. I like how we're building up Raw versus Smackdown for Survivor Series. I can also kinda see Logan taking the US Championship from Ray.